a wonderful place existed.
The Athenians called it the Acropolis. Free expression, ethics, art, philosophy. The Acropolis heralded the democracy. But if I told you the Acropolis has returned. Acropolis News. News from the Acropolis.
Massive sale going on right now over on the Acropolis News.com. Just use promo codes ANN and July 4 in order to get your first month free and 20% off all auto renews, respectively. With the premium subscription, you get access to all the premium content on the site, like this premium article where I went over the validity of time travel and whether or not it's a question of science. Spoiler alert, it's not. But if you want the full details, you can go to theacropolisnews.com/products, purchase a premium subscription, and make sure to type in those coupon codes.
Acropolis News. News from the Acropolis.
And we're back with the Trevor Report. Trump waives executive privilege for Steve Bannon willing to testify before sham Gen 6 committee of, quote, thugs and hacks. It's about to get real. Now, the Gateway Pundit is a partisan news organization, but I trust the corporate press as far as I could throw them. Anyway, so let's just read the statement. I don't really care about the editorialization. Dear Steve, I write about the subpoena you received in September 2021 from the illegally constituted Unselect Committee. Okay, the same group of people who created the Russia scam, impeachment hoax 1, impeachment hoax 2, the Mueller witch hunt, which ended in no conclusion. I can't do a Trump voice that long. I'll hurt my throat. And other fake and never-ending yearns and tales. When you first received the subpoena to testify and provide the documents, I invoked executive privilege. However, I watched how unfairly you and others have been treated, having to spend vast amounts of money on legal fees and all of the trauma you must be going through for the love of your country and out of respect for the office of the president. Therefore, if you reach an agreement on a time and place for your testimony, I will waive executive privilege for you, which allows for you to go in and testify truthfully and fairly. As per the request of the Unselect Committee of Political Thugs and Hacks, you who have allowed no due process, no cross-examination, and no real Republican members or witnesses to be present or interviewed, it is a partisan kangaroo court. Why should these evil, sinister, and unpatriotic people be allowed to hurt and destroy the lives of so many and cause such great harm to the country? It has been from the time I came down the escalator, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. Essentially, look, and this is why I haven't really covered the Jan 6 committee too much, and I've just directed people who do care about it to sources where they can get at least some kind of neutral perspective on it. The Viva Frei is not a neutral perspective on it, but it's at least it's a counterbalance, I suppose, to the just insane cold nonsense coming from the Jan 6 committee. But one problem with the Jan 6 committee that keeps being brought up over and over and over again, it's why I haven't covered it that much, is that it's not a real committee. Like, materially speaking, yes, it's a real committee, but legally speaking, it's not. There's not enough members in the in the committee, and it's two partisan one way. This is basically America seems to be incapable of learning its lesson, right? The Salem witch trials, the what's the other one? What's the McCarthyism? There it goes. This is why you should never record anything at 5 a.m. By the way, literally as soon as you open your eyes. Okay, like McCarthyism, and now it's white supremacist extremist, Nazi, maggot, fascist, bigot, insurrectionist. It's like the Red Scare was a Red Scare. There were no witches in Salem, and there are no white supremacist insurrectionaries in this country. Okay, well, I mean, there are, but like that's not what happened on the right. And by the way, to pull a corporate press, the mostly peaceful events of Jan 6, right? You see the game that's currently going on, right? But so it's some good news that there's going to at least be some pushback. But then again, it assumes a lot of things. It assumes that this committee, I'm going to use that in quotes, is fair and is going to do their best to try to be fair, which I don't think is going to happen. So he might not even end up testifying at all. It just seems like they just want to. And by the way, here's the thing, right? Steve Bannon wants to tax the rich, so like that's part of one of his things is that they're taxing the American people unfairly. They should tax the rich more and the regular working American much less. AOC wants to tax look, Steve Bannon and Alexandria Ocasio-Robespierre are two totally different people. Everything they accuse Steve Bannon of, AOC, is that and more. It's honestly disgusting. But I don't want to lean too much on this. We'll see where it goes, I guess. But anyway, let's move on. Don't vote for that party. Mexican president slams Texas migrant policy. Mexico's president on Friday attacked the governor of Texas's latest steps. The governor of Texas' latest steps to crack down on unauthorized migration, saying he would urge voters of Mexican origin in the United States not to vote for anti-immigrant candidates. Okay, so the president of Mexico, a different country, is telling Americans who they should vote for. Shut up. Your wages aren't being bled dry by the printing of trillions of dollars, unlike the Americans in Texas. Okay, God, you idiot. Whatever. On Thursday, Texas Governor Greg Abbott said he had authorized the National Guard and state authorities to apprehend migrants and transport them to ports of entry on the border with Mexico. President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador said the immoral. It's not immoral for a country to enforce its own board. That's not immoral. That's a normal practice, actually. That's a normal practice for thousands of years, and it's so stupid. Quote, if there is a candidate from a party that mistreats immigrants and Mexicans, we're going to ask our countrymen there that they don't vote for that candidate or party. They're not, if they are citizens of Texas, which is the thing that permits them to vote, they are a part of they're a part of America. They're not your countrymen anymore. They're not your people. If you did a better job if you did a better job with your country, people wouldn't leave your country for mine. Shut up, you idiot. But anyway, this is part of, like, I don't understand what he thinks this is going to do. I don't get it. Like, we Americans have nothing to do, like, or rather, you have nothing to do with us in this regard. Shut up. Just shut up. But whatever. But this is part of, I think, It's part of a bigger trend. Now, Biden's approval ratings are currently lower than they were at the height of the Trump derangement syndrome era. Okay? Let me stress that again. Biden's approval ratings are lower than someone who received 90% negative press attention. It doesn't matter how much the president of Mexico disagrees. Americans simply do not like being treated like Europeans, and that's what or I guess rather, we don't like we don't like our government treating us the way the governments treat continental Europeans. I should say. All right, we don't like this Rousseauian nonsense. But anyway, let me just okay, but and that's the way it is. I'm just gonna move on. The president of Japan has been assassinated. It's very tragic, but unfortunately, I'm a Yankee, so I have no idea what goes on in other countries, and I'm in fact not a globalist Yankee, so not only do I have no idea what's going on, but unlike the neocon neolib version of my fellow Yankees, well, I'm not a globalist Yankee, so I don't even know what's going on in these countries. So it's apparently he's Shinzo Abe, however you pronounce it, Shinzo, Shizo, or I don't know how to pronounce these the names of foreigners, but essentially he sided with Trump when it was unpopular, and there are a lot of things like that. I've also heard from the left that he's a war criminal, but they call everyone they don't like war criminals, so whatever. They call everyone they don't like all sorts of names, incidentally, even when those names don't fit. So I'll just assume that's the case here. And again, it's a foreigner in a foreign country. I'm not really going to investigate it too much. I'm a Yankee, and that's kind of what we Yankees do. But Shinzo Abe, however you pronounce it, if people believe in an afterlife or whatever, I'm sure in that afterlife or whatever. But he seems to have won the sympathy vote in Japan, or at least his political party, and they've gained a supermajority in the parliamentary elections, which is good for Japan, bad for Japan. I have no idea. And again, I haven't particularly looked into it too much because I'm a Yankee, and that's just how we Yankees roll. But anyway, 4chan users claim a hack of Hunter Biden's iCloud account start leaking alleged screenshots. A trove of alleged messages and photos from Hunter Biden's phone was posted by users on the website 4chan on Saturday night after they claimed to have been hacked by the son's iCloud account. Moderators on 4chan quickly removed the content, the Washington Examiner reported, but users kept posting the materials on the anonymous image board. The content could not be verified by them. It's an institution called Just the News, right? But 4chan users posted alleged images of text messages involving drug use, money transfers, guns, and even a screenshot of what appears to be President Joe Biden's personal phone number under the contact Pedo Peter. Now, all of that's funny. All of that is hilarious. Sorry, I put the wrong thing in the wrong spot there, but I could see it here in this video. I kid you not. He's arguing with a crack whore, or presumably just a whore, about how much cocaine he has, like the precise amount. And he's getting into it with this prostitute, this whore or whatever, about precisely how much cocaine that he has. I've laughed at this like 3 times now. It's so stupid. It's beyond comical. They have the iPad on the floor too. You just step on that, bro. Well, whatever. You could ask. I don't know. You could ask Burisma for some money to replace the iPad, I guess. But there's also this photo, which is definitely this is not a Photoshop. Well, maybe the blurring the woman's. Oh boy, I can't show that photo. The woman's face is available in the mirror on the side. I didn't notice that, but yeah. Yep, this is Joe Biden's son. This is Joe Biden's son. He's every bit the degenerate that you think he is, and more. So, yeah, these leaks are going like crazy, and there doesn't seem to be signs of stopping. But my God, dude, smoking in the hotel room, and you have all this clutter all over the floor, dude. Pick up after yourself, you degenerate. But anyway, no, I don't care. I will not accept. There we go. Elon Musk says $44 billion Twitter deal is temporarily on hold. Musk said he wants to see Twitter's calculations about the estimated number of fake accounts on the platform. So essentially, before I get into it, there was a prompt up there telling me to accept cookies, and I'm very big on internet privacy, so I just disabled the JavaScript really quick, and that's what that was. If you're listening on Spotify, I understand not everyone can see what I'm doing. But anyway, billionaire Elon Musk has said today that his $44 billion deal to acquire Twitter is temporarily on hold due to a recent claim by Twitter that spam and fake accounts represent less than 5% of users on the site. This is in May. Right, but fast forward to the present. Elon Musk faces paying billions of dollars after backing out of Twitter deal. Expert says from Insider. All right, let's read this regime publication. Scott Galloway of New York University said Musk was unlikely to win the inevitable legal battle with Twitter after walking away from his $44 billion Twitter deal on Friday. He told the Pivot podcast that Musk may be forced to pay the difference between $44 billion he offered for Twitter. Its value now, which sits at $20 billion. Musk faces a $1 billion break fee for walking away from the deal, but with Twitter's chairman planning extensive legal action, Galloway said that fee was now moot. He owes shareholders $17 billion here, and the stock's probably going to crater at Twitter. This guy could be looking at a $20 billion judgment, Galloway said, but that he's the richest man. Oh, shoot, my mic. My bad. I'm sorry about that. He's the richest man on the planet. Who cares? I don't know. Musk's lawyers argued in a Twitter letter that the company had breached its agreement by failing to accurately disclose the number of fake accounts on the platform. However, Galloway said this was not justification for abandoning the deal. It is justification if it's the amount of bots that people think that it is. He said Musk's commitment to pay $54.20 per share for Twitter occurred in a month of mania, and that his piggy bank was now 40% smaller following a fall in Tesla shares. By the way, that fall in Tesla shares was because Tesla was removed from the S&P 500, ruining people's retirements in order to get back at someone you don't want to buy a company. But this has been going back and forth, and Elon Musk has even pointed out that it's been going back and forth, right? And he brings it in this meme right here, right? First, they said I couldn't buy Twitter. Then they wouldn't disclose the bot info. Now they want to force me to buy Twitter in court, and now they have to disclose bot info in court. And remember, all of the crap that was going on with Elon Musk buying Twitter, I'm going to stand by my opinions, okay, that Elon Musk buying Twitter, unless he commits himself to reforms for like a year straight and is really diligent with it, I don't see any kind of change in Twitter. The problem with Twitter is not that it's not that the person at the top is puppeteering all the people at Twitter, okay? It is all the middle management, ideological midwits at Twitter that are making Twitter a terrible place. And it is, and unless you honestly do some Gracchus level of reforms, if you know your Roman history, shout out to you, then I don't see anything, nothing is going to happen. But anyway, this is essentially just Elon Musk, right, reading The Art of War, and reading The Art of War, and reading The Prince, and just The Prince by Machiavelli, and The Art of War by Sun Tzu, and applying it to modern times. Okay, the people at Twitter were playing checkers. Okay, and Elon Musk is playing chess. Okay, all right. Everyone in while everyone else was playing checkers, Aaron Yeager was playing chess. But anyway, like, what did you think was going to happen? Elon Musk is a billionaire. You can't be a billionaire by being an idiot. Elon Musk is smarter than... Look, I'm just going to flat out say it. Elon Musk is smarter than most people, or at the very least, he has a wit to him that these midwits can't understand. That the experts can't seem to understand. Okay, this is Elon Musk outsmarting you. This is Elon Musk outsmarting the managerial elite. This is Elon Musk outsmarting the corporatists and the globalists. Like, why do they not see it? Well, the answer is that they do see it, but regime media is going to be regime media. But that's all I'm going to say about that. In the meantime, my name is Trevor Brown, and you just watched the Trevor Reports. Do click the Linktree down below in the description that I was forced to make because Linktree banned my Linktree for opposing black nationalism, so I made my new one down below in the description. All of you brilliant viewers out there, my name is Trevor Brown. I am the editor-in-chief of Acropolis News Network because I can give myself whatever name and title I want because I own it. You could go to theacropolisnews.com, or you could go to This Just Trevor on whatever Liberty platform is your choice. You know, except for the ones I'm not on because I haven't seen them pretty much.
Acropolis News. News from the Acropolis.